Hi everyone, now we'll solve one easy question. 175 combine two tables. Person, first table is person with three columns, person ID, last name, first name. So person ID is 1, last name is Wang and first name is Ellen. And person ID 2, last name is Alice, first name is Bob. Okay, person ID is a primary key column with unique values. So every person will get a unique ID. This table contains information about the ID of some person and their first and last name. The second table is address, so I'll scroll it here also. It has 4 columns: address ID, person ID, city and state. So address ID 1, person ID 2, city and state. And address ID is a primary key column. So again, address ID will have unique values. Each row of this table contains information about city and state of one person with ID equals to person ID. So if we look at this record, so person ID 2, so if the person has an ID of 2, he lives in a city, New York City, and the state is New York, and the address ID is 1. Write a solution to report the first name. So we have to report first name, last name, city, state and state of each person in the person table. So we have to return all this information for every person in the person table. If the address of the person ID is not present in the address table, report null. So suppose if there is a person ID with ID as 5, and if that is not present here, then we should return null. Return the result table in any order. So we can return the result in any order. So let's take the example of the sample example. So ID 1, 2. So first name is Ellen, Wang. Then city is null, null. New York City, New York City. Then why we are seeing null here? Because person ID 1 is not present in the address table. So we are seeing null and null. Let's look at the second one. So first name is Bob, last name is Alice, city is New York City because this person is present in the address table. So we can solve this using joins. So there are mainly left join, right join, inner join, self join, cross join, and full join, or also known as full outer join. So we can solve this using left or right join, but let's solve it using the left join. So I have already created create table statements and inserted some random values. So we can see it here that person ID 1, person ID, last name, first name, these are the output from the table person, and then these are the output from the table address. Now we want to get the first name, last name, city, state for every person in the person ID, right? For every person in the person table. So if we want to get every record from one table and only the matching record from the second table, then we can use the left join. So the description says that it returns all the rows from the left table and the matched rows from the right table, and if there is no match, the result is null on the right side. So let's see how we can query this one. So it will be like select from person, I'm giving one alias as p, left join because it is on left side, so it will return everything from the person table, left join address a on. And then if you also see it here, while creating the create table, person ID was the primary key, here the address ID is the primary key, but this person ID is referencing to the person ID in the person table. So we have write one more constraint here that foreign, this person ID is the foreign key which is referencing the person ID in the person table. So this is how we write it: foreign key person ID references person ID. So and we can connect two tables using primary key foreign key relationship. So here we can write that p dot person ID is a dot person ID. So this is referencing to this ID. Now if I do star, let's see what result we are getting. So we are getting for Smith. Let's see if 1 is present in the person ID. Yes, so we should see all the values. We should not see any null. What about 2? Yes, 2 is present in the address table, so we should see everything. 3 is also present, so we should see everything. What about 4? So 4 is not present in the address table, so we are seeing null. We are only seeing last name, first name, and we are only seeing last name, first name, and the person ID, because these are all the values which are coming from the left table, and all the values which are in the right table where the person ID is not available, it is showing as null. Now what we want to return, we have to return first name, last name, city and state. So, and that we have to return first name will be coming from the person table, so p dot first name, p dot last name, city is coming from address table, so a dot city and a dot state, it will be dot. Let's run this query. Cannot call methods on variable character. Okay, let's run this query in the lead code. Okay, so I have used comma here, and if I run it, then I'm getting all the expected result. We are seeing null in the city and state because ID 4 is not present in the address table. Let's see if lead code is going to like this or not. So it has accepted our solution. Let's submit it. Okay, thank you.